Saddleback Educational Publishing's The Sword. This tale is old. It takes place long ago. Kings and queens rule. Magic is real. War is a way of life. Knights ride out on horses. They battle with swords. A king rules England. He meets a lady. They fall in love. The king and queen have a son. He is called Arthur. The king is proud. His son will grow. A day will come. Arthur will sit on the throne. But the baby may not be safe. The king frets. He calls for a wizard. This man is wise. His name is Merlin. The king paces. I have many foes. They all want to be king. I fear for my son. What can I do? Merlin speaks. I have seen the future. The boy is good. He will make a fine king. But you are right. There is danger. Merlin thinks. Give Arthur to me, he says. I will keep him safe. How? The king asks. Will you raise him? No, he needs a family. I will hide Arthur, but it will be in plain sight. No one will ever know, not even his new family. The king nods. Merlin takes the boy. They ride into the night. Soon they see a castle. It belongs to Sir Ector. He is a friend of the king's. Merlin hands him the baby. This is your son, Merlin lies. His name is Arthur. What? Ector says. He wants to argue, but the baby could be his. Plus, the wizard scares him. All right, he grumbles. He takes the baby. A few days pass. The king dies. England has no leader. There is chaos. Dukes and lords fight. Who will rule? They call on Merlin. What should we do? How can we solve this? Merlin taps his chin. He pretends to think, but he already has a plan. Magic, he says at last. You will see. Merlin goes to a churchyard. There he finds a stone. He places an anvil on top. A sword goes inside it. Words are on the blade. Only one can pull out this sword. He is the true king of England. News of the sword spreads. Men come from all over. None can pull it out. Time passes. The sword is forgotten. Wars rage on. Arthur grows. He has a hard life. Ector has an older son. His name is Kay. Both look down on Arthur. They tease and taunt him. Arthur has to work. He is Kay's page. The boy is small and thin. He can barely lift Kay's sword. One day, he is in the woods. He collects Kay's arrows. A man appears. He wears a dark cloak. A hood hides his eyes. Hello, Arthur, the man says. The boy looks up. Hello, sir. Do I know you?
My name is Merlin. We met long ago. You would not remember. I am a teacher.
Arthur is curious. He loves to learn, but only Kay has tutors. What do you teach? The boy asks.
Many subjects. Do you want to learn?
The man is odd, but life has been dark. This would be a bright spot. Arthur decides to trust him. Yes, I do. The two meet in secret. They become friends. Arthur learns how the world works. Merlin often gives advice.
Know this, he says. Power is not just force. It is wisdom, and it is justice.
Arthur nods. He takes in all he hears. Time passes. Arthur! Sir Kay yells. Arthur runs to his master. He is now 15. Kay is 16. They are at a fair. Arthur bows. Yes, Sir Kay? It is time to spar. Get my sword, and be quick about it. Arthur nods. He runs to Kay's tent. The path curves. Trees grow thick. The tents are gone. Arthur turns in a circle. He is lost. How can this be? Panic sets in. Kay needs his sword. Arthur must hurry. He follows the path. It goes by a church. The place is old. Something shiny catches his eye. It is a large rock. On the rock is an anvil. In it is a sword. A sword! That is just what he needs. He will borrow it. Arthur grabs the hilt. The sword pulls right out. He finds his way back. Here, Sir Kay! Arthur hands him the sword. Fool! Kay shouts. This is not mine! But he takes a good look at it. The metal glints in the sun. It is beautiful. Where did you find this? Kay asks. Arthur explains. Ector joins them. His eyes widen. He knows this sword. It was years ago. Ector wanted to take it himself. Show me, he says. They head to the church. Word spreads. A crowd gathers. There are murmurs. The boy drew the sword.
How can this be?
They reach the stone. Put it back, Ector commands. Arthur does what he is told. Ector looks at Kay. You try. Yes, father, gladly. Kay grips the hilt. He tugs with all his might. It does not move. Others try as well. The sword does not budge. Ector's face turns red. This cannot be right. Let the boy try, a man yells. Very well, Ector says. He looks at Arthur. Go on. I do not understand, Arthur says. Why? Twit, did you not read the blade? Arthur looks. There are words. He had not seen them before. Only one can pull out this sword. He is the true King of England. Arthur tugs the sword. It comes loose. The crowd cheers. Long live the king! Merlin smiles. Arthur is still a boy, but he is wise. he is good. It is as Merlin once said, Arthur will make a fine king.